All right, today we're going to get into the blueprint for an abundant mind. It's all built on one really powerful idea, that your thoughts are the true architects of your reality. We're going to explore how you can build a mindset that doesn't just, hope for success, but actually goes out and creates it.
So let's just dive right in with a question that really cuts to the core of all our self-imposed limits. The whole idea here is pretty simple. The only real barrier standing between you and whatever you want is your own thinking. The moment you can truly see it and feel it in your mind, the how just kind of starts to take care of itself.
So where do we even begin? Well, the very first step is making a fundamental shift in your internal state. It's all about consciously deciding to move from a passive, wait-and-see mindset to the active, creative mindset of a winner.
Now, what's so interesting here is how this lays out two totally different paths. On one side, you've got the follower. They're playing what's basically the world's most unrewarding game, just following what everyone else is doing. But on the other side, you have the winner. This person is connected to their higher self, that inner vision of who they know they can be, which is always trying to express itself.
And this brings us to a massive paradigm shift. It's about completely changing your model of reality, literally moving from the role of a victim of your circumstances to becoming the active creator of your life. Most of us live by this model and we don't even realize it. We're constantly waiting for some external event, the cause, before we give ourselves permission to feel the emotion we want, the effect. We think, I'll feel abundant when I get the money, or I'll feel successful when I get the promotion. We're always waiting.
And this is where it all gets flipped on its head. The creator model says, you've got it backward. It argues that you don't wait for the cause, you are the cause. The second you decide to feel abundant and worthy, you start to generate wealth. The moment you feel empowered, you start attracting opportunities. You have to lead with the feeling.
So the bottom line is this. Your external world is basically a mirror. It's not about chasing success. It's about becoming the kind of person who is a natural magnet for it. You attract what you are, not just what you want. Big difference.
Okay, so how do we make this a real, practical technique? How do you actually become this new person before the evidence shows up in your bank account or your job title? The answer is mental rehearsal.
Now this is the secret sauce that makes it all work, and it's totally backed by neuroscience. Your brain literally cannot tell the difference between something you've actually experienced and something you've just imagined in vivid detail. When you do this, you're building the same neural pathways as if it were really happening. You are, in effect, installing new hardware in your brain, just with your thoughts.
The whole process is about getting into a relaxed, almost meditative state. You want to slow your brainwaves down. Because in that state, your analytical mind kind of takes a back seat, and the door to your subconscious, your body's operating system, swings right open. This is where you can get in there and rewrite the old programming by mentally rehearsing again and again what it feels like to already be that ideal version of yourself.
This famous story is the perfect example of this principle in action, right? It's about bypassing that logical part of your brain that's screaming, "No way, this is impossible." It's a full-on commitment to a future you can't see yet, so much so that your body and your subconscious have no other choice but to get on board with that new reality.
So, understanding the theory is one thing, but turning it into a consistent daily habit, that's where the real transformation happens. It's about commanding your subconscious mind, with intention, every single day.
Think about it this way. Both fear and faith ask you to believe in something you can't see right now. One is putting all your emotional energy into a negative future that hasn't happened, and the other is putting it into a positive one. The mental machinery is exactly the same. The only difference is where you decide to point it.
And you have to remember, your subconscious mind is super literal. It doesn't really get future tense. If you say, "I will be rich," you're just reinforcing the fact that you aren't rich right now. The command has to be in the present. It has to be personal. I am wealthy. I am successful. That tells your subconscious that this is your reality, right here, right now.
So here are the tangible things you can do. Writing your goals down over and over in the present tense, that drills the new reality into your mind. Acting as if you're already that person literally programs your body to feel a new way. And giving, even if it's just a little, sends a powerful signal of abundance that fights back against the scarcity mindset.
So what's the real point of all this? Is it just about piling up money or getting awards? According to this way of thinking, the answer is a hard no. The material stuff, that's just the vehicle for something way, way deeper.
And this quote just reframes the entire journey perfectly.
The real prize isn't the $1 million. It's the person you have to become to earn it. The discipline, the focus, the resilience, the generosity, that is the real fortune.
Ultimately, it all boils down to this simple, three-step creative process. First, you declare your intention with your words. You speak it. Then, you embody the belief and the feeling that it's already real. You believe it. And from that place of true alignment, you just open yourself up to receive it. And that pretty much wraps up our explainer on the architecture of an abundant mind. It all comes down to one final, powerful question. If your life is just a reflection of your mental commands, what will you command today?